Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to Up North Live Unscripted. Well, if you stepped outside today, you may have seen rain, you may have seen sun, you may have seen one or the other in a span of 5 minutes. Well, that's what we're going to go ahead and bring in meteorologist Ethan Foreman, fresh back from his visit to Detroit. Ethan, now that you are back with us, tell us a little bit about what we can expect for the rest of the week, because we're getting a lot of this rain right now that we have needed.
Yeah, we have needed this rain, Allie. We certainly have needed it, and we'll find out on our drought monitor tomorrow if that has been updated, so hoping for some good news there. But we have been seeing these lake effect showers and also even some grapple at times, which is pretty interesting phenomena. So that will be continuing with these lake effect showers for the overnight hours, even into Thursday and Friday too. So maybe seeing some more of those pretty rainbows that we saw yesterday and today. That was certainly gorgeous.
That was you got some good pictures of it too, Ethan.
Yes, I did. If you want to go over to my Facebook page, guys, it's all on there. So it was certainly gorgeous to see those beautiful rainbows. We could be seeing more sunshine and rain again for Thursday and Friday, but then the weekend looking pretty nice. We'll talk about that in your full forecast.
All right, thank you, Ethan, for that preview. Now, in our top story tonight, MDOT is considering new rules that would impact how the state's rest areas, carpool lots, and other roadside facilities are used, including how long you can stay to what's allowed on the property. Our Tony Lundy explains what the changes are and what the average traveler could see.
From rest areas and roadside parks to scenic turnouts and welcome centers, MDOT maintains over 400 public use properties across the state. But officials say without enforceable rules, they've had little authority to act when issues arise. I asked Greg Losh with MDOT, why does MDOT think this policy needs to be changed?
We've had our own internal guidance and rules on the intended use of our facilities for years, but they are not statutorily backed by anything, so they're not enforceable if we start to have issues, right? So we have been working on this process for a while. And what we're looking to do is establish a base level of expectations for the public to use MDOT facilities, right? So they know what to expect and everybody is on the same playing field.
The proposed administrative rules would apply to all MDOT right-of-way properties, including carpool lots and 14 welcome centers. The changes would limit visits to 48 hours max, ban camping and alcohol, and add clarity around service animals, commercial activities, and even free speech at rest areas. One public hearing already took place, and a few people were not on board.
It seems like this is a solution in search of a problem. I'm not sure what these rules are in response to, but in regards to the ongoing nationwide and state criminalization of the unhoused, this seems like a slap into the face to the people that are least able to take it.
While MDOT says enforcement isn't the main goal, it says having formal rules allows them to step in when facilities are misused, protecting resources and public safety.
And again, that was Tony Lundy reporting. Now, there's still time to join a second public hearing that's happening right now until 7:30. We have a link to take you to it on our website, UpNorthLive.com. And Tony's story goes along with our question of the day. Do you think stricter rules should be in place regarding rest area overnight use? If you'd like to go ahead and vote in that, the QR code is on your screen now. Now, so far, 65% of people say yes, 35% of people say no. And we will be taking you back to this question a little bit later and reading some of your comments as well. Moving along to introduce our guest tonight on Unscripted. This year is the 250th birthday of the Marine Corps, and there's an opportunity to celebrate the occasion in Traverse City. John Schaub is joining us now. He's one of the organizers of the celebration. John, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
John, tell me a little bit about your role. What is the Northern Michigan Leatherneck?
So Know My Leatherneck is a bunch of us guys that were in the Marine Corps. We got together about 8 or 9 years ago, decided to have our own birthday celebration, and we've been having it at Right Brain Brewery ever since, every year on the Marine Corps birthday. So.
Well, you've got a pretty huge birthday coming up, 250 years. What is in store? What can people expect for this pretty big year?
Yep, so this year, Right Brain has decided to make some vodka for us, vodka drinks, which is new considering they're a brewery. They've also got $1 off signature pints. And then we're also going to have Drew Hale there to perform for us. Not only that, we've got our commandant's message and the cake cutting ceremony. So,
All right, and when is this fabulous celebration going to be?
yep, it's November 10th, which all Marines know is Marine Corps birthday. It'll be at Right Brain Brewery at 6 p.m. We're going to have dinner, taco bar. If you get the taco bar with a commemorative mug, it's $25. If you just get the commemorative mug, it'll be $15.
Well, John, I heard a rumor there's supposed to be some cake there as well, right? And that's happening at a specific time.
Yes. So Marines love to eat cake. That's pretty much why we joined the Marine Corps.
Who doesn't?
Exactly. So we're actually having the cake cutting ceremony at 7 o'clock. So after the ceremony, which takes about 10 minutes, we cut cake and everyone gets to have a piece that's there.
Well, John, can you tell me, are there other things that the Leatherneck organization does besides November 10th every year? Do you guys get to meet up, have a little bit of camaraderie, talk about your experiences?
Yep. So each year we try to do different things. A couple times we've had some cornhole tournaments. We've had basically parties in the spring called the Thing in the Spring. So every now and then we get together. We help out other charities in the area, mainly veteran focused. So.
Well, if someone wants to get involved, maybe they aren't a part of the organization yet, they want to get in touch with you guys. What's the best way to do that?
Yep. So they can email us at knowmyleatherneck@gmail.com, or they can go to our Facebook page, which is Know My Leatherneck.
And going back to the big birthday party, is this a ticketed event? Do people need to plan for that ahead of time, or what's the best way?
Yep. So tickets are free. I mean, everyone's invited. It's at Right Brain Brewery. This year it's going to be in the back as opposed to in the main area. But we ask that you go on Eventbrite and pre-register so that way we have an idea of how many people are going to be there. Like I said, it's free, except for if you want the commemorative mug or the taco bar. So, but we encourage everyone to come out. Doesn't matter who you are, whether you're a veteran, whether you're not, whether you're a Marine or Army or whatever, it doesn't matter. We want everyone there, and we don't have, no one has to dress up fancy. Come as you are, pretty much.
Well, John, is there anything else that we haven't highlighted yet about this big birthday celebration or the Leathernecks?
We want to give special thanks out to Right Brain Brewery for having us again this year and every year. Sarah Traverse City sponsored us. And the Kingsley Inn is actually the ones that are preparing the taco bar for us. So.
All right. Well, John, thank you so much for joining us tonight on Unscripted.
All right. Thank you.
All right, well, moving along, Kingsley High School invited the community out for its annual pinning ceremony today. And this is the second year the high school is honoring its Naval Junior Reserve Officers Training Corps. The military pinning ceremony symbolizes growth and the transition to greater responsibility heading into their new rank. 65 cadets from 8th grade and high school were pinned by local veterans, service members, and first responders.
Different cadets every day coming to me, Gunny, what can I do to get the next rank? What can I do? What can I do to help the program, right? And that's how you earn the next rank, is giving back to the school, giving back to the community, and giving back to the program. So all the kids are hungry.
This is a 4-year elective and is open to any student in 8th grade or high school. Michigan State Police Office of Public Safety released new school safety toolkits. The purpose is to give schools guidance on how to handle emergency situations. UpNorthLive's Mary Jane Glenn spoke with a member of the Office of School Safety to see what's being offered.
This tool is easy to find and use. It's all online. You can simply search up MSP's safety toolkits, and it's one of the first links to show up.
Our goal really with the toolkits, as it is with many of the resources that we offer, is to provide them free to schools to access, download from our website, or access at our training events, so that they can adapt them for their purposes in their own schools and school districts.
There are 3 different categories to choose from:
The first is crisis communication planning, because we know that in a crisis situation, whether that's a weather-related event or a human-made event, that our school administrators and our school staff, our school personnel don't want to think of what they have to say as the crisis is unfolding. So we encourage districts to plan ahead and plan for the most likely scenarios where they would have to communicate with their students, with their staff, with their school board, and with their parents and the entire community.
The second toolkit centers around the new digital era we all live in.
The second toolkit is investigating online threats, because we know that threats that happen to schools very often happen online, and that's how schools get that information. And so it provides guidance for how schools, school administrators, law enforcement investigate those online threats.
Root explains a very real example of how social media can be misleading for students and staff.
Well, it could be Milford High School in Connecticut, not Milford High School in Michigan. So one of the ways that we encourage school districts to look at sort of the source of that information and do some drill down in terms of, whether or not that might be an AI generated image or AI generated content.
The final toolkit focuses on after the school day ends.
And so it really does give guidance to the leaders of, let's say it's a coach or it's the theater director or whomever it is that's sort of guiding this after hours or on a weekend event, can and should think about planning for emergencies.
Mary Jane Glenn, Up North Live News.
Now, Michigan State Police also released a Detect and Connect series of videos that are supposed to help educators better support their students and coworkers. Well, before we head into our commercial break, we're going to again remind you can vote on our question of the day. Do you think stricter rules should be in place regarding rest area overnight use? And we do have some time to read some of your comments so far. Jay asking who is going to enforce this and how. Wendy saying people should be allowed to pull over and sleep. It's much safer than falling asleep at the wheel. We've got Charles saying, I nap there when I'm on the road and I'm really tired. You shouldn't stay days, but you also shouldn't be hassled over it. Sanja saying, so long as they don't stop overnight sleeping, so many people need to get off the roads at dark. We RV and we use the interstate rest areas overnight frequent. Tanya saying, I didn't realize you could stay. Wendy saying one night overnight is fine. Multiple night camping is different. Christina saying no. Glenda also saying no. Jennifer saying no. And again, that for those of you joining us online, that question will be up with that QR code during the break, so you can go ahead and scan that and vote and tell us in the comments why you think yes or no there should be stricter rules in place regarding rest area overnight use. Well, when we come back, we're going to check in with meteorologist Ethan Foreman on your weekend forecast.
I'm Jada Johnson from Big Boys TV, and the Fish and Game Report is sponsored by Johnson's Propane.
Welcome back to Up North Live Unscripted. Let's go ahead and bring in meteorologist Ethan Foreman. Now, Ethan, you said a word earlier that I haven't heard in a really long time, which is the word lake effect, but not in regards to snow, though.
Not really, Allie. There may be a few snowflakes that could mix in the UP tomorrow night into Friday morning, but it doesn't look like much. I wouldn't worry about accumulation or bad roadways or anything. Just have to worry about those lake effect rain showers, and we are seeing some on and off across most of the area today, including in areas like Cadillac, where we're seeing a little bit of a break right now with some dark looking clouds out there. Temperature quite chilly of only 45 degrees and a west wind at 3 miles per hour. Temperatures across the area today are sitting pretty chilly. We should be in the low to mid 50s for this part of October, so slightly below average. Right at 50 though in Rogers City right now, but 43 right now in West Branch, 45, Cadillac, Houghton Lake, and Oscoda, same up in Newberry. And satellite and radar shows that we are continuing to see some of those lake effect showers this evening. Right now, looks like the heaviest of it does appear to be into Kalkaska County, so keeping an eye on that, but no real thunderstorm activity or anything like that this evening. But you may notice some grapple as we headed to the evening and overnight hours. We saw some of it yesterday, and that's going to continue into the next few days as we continue to see those lake effect showers. You will see as we wake up on Thursday morning, they will become a little less numerous, but still some isolated to scattered lake effect rain showers continuing. They will strengthen again a bit into the afternoon hours of Thursday, though, into Thursday night. And there's those snowflakes you could see off into Canada. Not impossible those could get into areas like Mackinac, Luce, or Chippewa counties. We'll be seeing those lake effect rain showers, though, mostly continuing into the morning hours of Friday. But you will notice we will start to see more of those breaks in the clouds by Friday afternoon and evening, looking mostly good for Friday night football. Stray shower, not impossible though. Then as we head into Saturday, we'll see some more sunshine moving back into the forecast, looking pretty nice on Saturday with highs back well into the 50s. And then those rainfall amounts looking fairly light, but some areas could get as much as a quarter to half an inch. There may be a few areas in those heaviest bands that could get as much as 3/4 of an inch to an inch, maybe even slightly higher in the heaviest bands. For tonight's forecast, we'll see lows between 33 and 43. More of those lake effect showers continuing. A few breaks in the clouds are possible with a northwest wind 5 to 15 miles per hour, gusting to 25. Then as we head into our Thursday, a cool and chilly day with highs only between 42 and 50. Those lake effect showers continuing in a northwest wind, gusting to 25 miles per hour. Areas up to the north tonight seeing lows into the 30s to near 40. That's going to be the case for most, with 40s near the lake shore and upper 30s and mid 30s inland, and same thing off to the west, low 40s near the lake shore. To the south, coolest spots in Houghton Lake and Roscommon at 37. And then up to the north tomorrow, we'll see highs into the 40s. A very chilly day for our Thursday, only 43 in Gaylord, 46 in Atlanta and Mayo. As we head to the west, 45 Kalkaska and Fife Lake, and to the south, mid to upper 40s, even 50 in Pentwater and in Mount Pleasant. A few showers could continue into our Friday, then some more clearing, especially in the lower peninsula Saturday into Sunday, and then warming up to near 60 in the lower peninsula Monday and Tuesday. A few more showers cool us down next Wednesday.
Well, Ethan, it took us a while to get there, but we did finally get some of those fall temperatures for sure.
We sure did. Enjoy those fall leaves while we got them, because they're probably going to be falling off in the next few days.
Very true. Well, thank you, Ethan, for that. We're going to go ahead and head into our next commercial break. But first, as a reminder, you can vote in our question of the day for those of you joining us online. Do you think stricter rules should be in place regarding rest area overnight use? We'll be back. Welcome back to Up North Live Unscripted. Let's go ahead and bring in sports director Harrison Beebe now. And Harrison, I feel like October is a very magical time of year for sports fans because we've got a lot going on right now, a lot of different sports.
Yep, they make the argument that October is the best sports month. I think it's between that and April. A lot of good stuff into April. But yeah, I brought out my autumn tie today to really highlight how big the fall feel is in the air, on the sporting schedules. Yep, all of it's aligning at the right time. And this Saturday, it gets no bigger for in-state rivalries than Michigan State Alley. That's going to be on TV 7 and 4 NBC, our sister station, for the primetime Michigan State game. I don't know how good of a game it's going to be. Michigan's favored by 2 touchdowns in this one, but we have seen upsets in the past in this rivalry series. Michigan State has lost 3 straight to the Wolverines. Can that be turned around? It is at Spartan Stadium, so they will have the home field advantage. But Michigan's looking pretty good this season. Michigan State right now not looking so good. They've lost all 4 conference games, so tough to see how that one's going to go, but you never know until you play it. And speaking of rivalry games, Grand Valley State, Ferris State, one of the best rivalries in Division II football. These two always in the mix for national titles every year, and Ferris is coming off another national title last year, and we know this is the biggest game on their schedule as far as quality opponent. So the Bulldogs and Lakers will meet at 1 o'clock down in Big Rapids for a big one on Saturday as well.
All right, well, that's what's going on at the college level. What about our Detroit sports teams, though?
You know, I'm glad you asked because, yes, Saturday will be good, but tonight is going to be pretty good as well if you're a Detroit sports fan. The Pistons tip off their season. Allie, I've been waiting for opening night for the Pistons since they were eliminated from the playoffs back in April. This is their chance now to come off that great season a year ago and to see what this year's team has in store. Hopefully another run at the playoffs, but we'll see. It's an 82-game season. The Red Wings have missed the playoffs the last 9 years, so it's crazy to think that they haven't been in the postseason since 2016, but they're playing like a playoff team right now. They've won 5 straight, and they're at the top of the Eastern Conference standings right now at 5-1, hoping to continue that win streak with 6 in a row there at Buffalo against the Sabres. So a great way to channel surf if you're a Detroit sports fan tonight. And, of course, if you can't, we'll have highlights at 11.
All right, perfect. We'll see you then, Harrison. Well, as we head into our last commercial break, again, one quick reminder to vote in our question of the day. Do you think stricter rules should be in place regarding rest area overnight use? We'll go over those results when we're back.
Salon services are furnished by Epiphany Advanced Academy in East Acme.
Welcome back to Up North Live Unscripted. Let's take a look at those results for our question of the day. Do you think stricter rules should be in place regarding rest area overnight use? 64% of you say yes. 36% of you say no. And then Chris saying absolutely not. Scott also saying 12 hours max. And then Dave saying, I don't believe these are meant to be campgrounds. Well, thanks for joining us tonight for Up North Live Unscripted. We'll see you back here tonight for Up North Live News at 11.